The Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran says Shri Krishna was the ultimate divine personality. The Vishnu Puran says the supreme power is Vishnu. The Devi Puran says that the ultimate power is Durga and everything is subordinate to Durga. Shiv Puran says there is no entity beyond Shiv, he is the supreme power. But there is also the Skand Puran which says that Kartikeya is the ultimate divine entity. And there is the Surya Puran which says Surya is the final power. And all these Purans have been written by Vedvyas. He is the avatar of God. What he wrote, why he wrote, is not easy to understand. That is why the Bhagavad says these Vedas are such that even the Devatas become confused. So how do you understand the Vedas then? Any spiritual principle must be validated on the authority of the Vedas. Otherwise, anybody comes, they present a theory. How do you know that theory is a product of the material mind? It is correct, it is authentic. What is the reliability of this? 25 Swamijis, Babajis, Gurujis, Mahamandaleshwarijis come every year to DFW. Somebody says do this, somebody says do this, somebody says do this, somebody says do this. Now how does the listener know that what is being given is authentic? That is why this process is there in our Sanatan Dharma, that any spiritual knowledge must be validated on the authority of the Vedas. From those scriptures, we need to understand the knowledge of how to love God. See, how will you develop this knowledge of love for God? When you understand you have an eternal relationship with Him. Once, one man went to a restaurant. In the restaurant, he found in the next table, there was an old man with white hair and there was a young adult. The two of them, they were drinking away, enough to float a ship. And all of a sudden they both flipped. The young man said, "Where do you live?" The old man said that I live in Allen. The young man said, "Really? I also live in Allen." So now they had something common. "Where do you live in Allen?" He said, on Bossy Boots, there's this apartment complex, that is where I live. The young man said, "Really? I live in the same apartment complex." Now the commonality is increasing. Say, "Oh, we are in the same apartment complex and we've never met. Which tower do you live in?" He said, "I live in A tower." "My God, I'm also living in A tower. Which floor are you on?" He said, "I'm on 4th floor." He said, "I can't believe it. I'm also on 4th floor. What is your apartment?" He said, "My apartment is 423. He said, "This is too difficult to believe. I'm also in 423. So the man who was hearing them speak, he is getting confused. What's going on out here? They are living on the same apartment complex of Bossy Boots of Alan, the same tower, same floor, same apartment. And they don't know each other. How can it be possible? So he is looking at both of them, and the restaurant manager said, "Sir, please don't be surprised. These two, they are father and son. But when they have drunk enough, they forget who they are and who is the other. For the last 5 years, they have been doing this drama every night out here. They are father and son, but when they have drunk so much, the intellect gets destroyed and they don't realize their relationship." We have also forgotten our spiritual father. He is our eternal Father. And why have we forgotten Him? Now, this is no laughing matter. The ignorance, the darkness of ignorance that has covered us. So, that darkness of ignorance is preventing us from seeing things as they are. And that is why our scriptures are also called Darshan Shastras. What are Darshan Shastras? That will give you darshan. You see things in their reality. Without the knowledge of the scriptures, you are thinking, so much I have today, so much I will have tomorrow. I am the Lord of all that I own. This is what your intellect is telling you. And with the scriptures, the Darshan Shastras, your vision changes. This is all belonging to God. I am in custody and only for a lifetime. When I leave, nothing is going to go with me. I'll have to leave it all. In other words, it's temporary. And these relationships in the world are also temporary. So the Shastra Chakshu, this is the eyes of the scriptures. When you get the knowledge of the scriptures, you see everything through the eyes of the scriptures. And as the saying goes, ki drishti se srishti badalti hai. Based on how you see, the world changes for you. So, from the scriptures, now we need this divine knowledge. How do we access the knowledge of the scriptures? There's a problem here. The scriptures have got divine knowledge, that's true. But the problem is, there are many scriptures. See, the Vedas are the ultimate authority. That Vedic knowledge was further explained in other scriptures. They are called Vedic scriptures. Just like you have the Constitution of America, it's a legal document. And some advocates write commentaries on this 7th statute. They write a full book. So they explain, it's not that they are violating the Constitution, they are explaining the Constitution. Similarly, the Vedic knowledge was explained in the 2 epics, Mahabharata, Ramayana, and the Mahabharata has the Bhagavad Gita. The 18 Puranas, like the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran, there are 17 more Purans. The Vishnu Puran, Narad Puran, Markandeya Puran, Garud Puran, Padma Puran, Brahma Puran, Brahman Puran, Brahma Vaivartak Puran, Bhavishya Puran, Vaman Puran, Agni Puran, Surya Puran, Shiv Puran, Skand Puran, Ling Puran. Like this, 18 Puranas. And there are Shad Darshans, 6 scriptures written by 6 enlightened sages. So there is Mimansa Darshan, Vedant Darshan, Nyaya Darshan, Vaisheshik Darshan, Sankhya Darshan, Yoga Darshan. Now Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Darshan has become famous. And there are 100 Smriti texts, like the Manu Smriti. There's Parashar Smriti, Yagyavalkya Smriti, Vishnu Smriti. And there are thousands of Nibandhs or like essays written by the sages like Narad Bhakti Darshan. So many scriptures. The matter again becomes confusing then. It is perfect knowledge, but how do you tap into it? How do you understand it? Shruti Puran Bahu Kaheu Upai Chhutan Adhik Urjhai. The more you read, the more you become confused. This is saying this, this is saying this, this is saying this. What do I understand? See, let me tell you a simple riddle. The Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran says, Ete chansha kalah pumsah Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Shri Krishna was the ultimate divine personality, and all others were his ansh, his parts. But Vedavyas also wrote the Vishnu Puran. The Vishnu Puran says that the supreme power is Vishnu, and everything has come from Vishnu. But there is also the Devi Puran. You've heard of the Devi Puran, right? The Devi Puran says that the ultimate power is Durga and everything is subordinate to Durga. But there is also the Shiv Puran. Shiv Puran says there is no entity beyond Shiv. He is the supreme power. But there is also the Skand Puran, which says that Kartikya is the ultimate divine entity. And there is the Surya Puran, which says Surya is the final power. And all these Purans have been written by Vedavyas. So if you read the 18 Purans, you will say either Vedavyas is mad or I am mad. Vedavyas is not mad, he is the avatar of God. But what he wrote, why he wrote, is not easy to understand. That is why the Bhagavad says, Vedasya cheshwaratmatva tatra muhyanti surayah. These Vedas are such that even the Devatas become confused. So how do you understand the Vedas then? The same Vedas are saying, Tad Vijnanartham sa Guru Meva Bigachet Samitpani Shrotriyam Brahmanishtham. In order to understand this knowledge, approach a Guru. Sa Guru Meva Bigachet. Such a Guru who is Shrotriya and Brahmanisht. In other words, the Guru should have theoretical knowledge and be practically realized and situated in that platform. Shri Krishna says the same in the Bhagavad Gita. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshanah. He says, Arjun, approach a tattva darshi, a seer who has seen the truth. And that seer will then be able to impart the knowledge of the Vedas to you. So the Vedas are perfect knowledge and they are understood through the Guru. Just like in the world, you have the textbooks and they are understood with the help of the teacher. Swami Vivekananda said, the living secrets must be passed down from master to disciple in every science, much more so in spiritual science. So, in order to get divine knowledge, you need the Guru. That is what Jesus meant when he said, you cannot reach the Father except through the Son. He was the Son, he was the Guru. Only thing is, he was not the only Guru, he was the Guru in that place. God has had hundreds of sons. who can explain that knowledge. So if you want the knowledge, cultivate the mindset of knowledge. And if you want perfect knowledge, get it from the scriptures. And if you want to understand the scriptures properly, then approach a guru. So, if we don't have a guru, then what to do? It doesn't matter. It's not that you wait, let me get a guru, then I begin. You have to begin. And whatever you have understood, you go ahead with it. The guru will come along in future. So we have to now move ahead. Supposing we have got so much of knowledge. Somehow or the other, you read this, you read that, you understood, you went to Satsang, you've got this knowledge. Now what to do? You have understood how to purify the mind. You have understood how to engage in karma yoga. Now what? The next will come implementing it. This implementation will require discipline. Without discipline, the knowledge will only remain theoretical. To make that knowledge practical will require the sixth mindset. And the sixth mindset is the quality of practicing discipline, austerity.